Happy Thanksgiving. Hope your holiday is off to an awesome start so far. Pretty quiet weather-wise. But hey, if you were watching, I think it was a week ago, six to 8 days ago, in the video forecast, I was talking about two winter systems that were going to impact this post-Thanksgiving weekend. And so I think the first time that I was looking at it, I think it was like Sunday, Monday was the second system. And then that one just totally dropped off in all of the data. So we were talking about the Friday, Saturday system. Well, the second one is back in all of the guidance. And so I'm going to go ahead and update you because I think we will be dealing with a second system that looks to be all snow, impacting a little bit more of Kansas and Kansas City, actually, for to start off next week is how that looks right now. So first things first, let me just kind of show you this whole system, the magnitude of the whole thing. This is the GFS model, and I'm going to show you several different models to illustrate the range of snow that's possible, because some people are screaming out with certainty, you know, how much is going to fall where. I don't know about that, but the models agree enough that I'm going to show you what is possible and what is a reasonable range. So we'll go through GFS's iteration first, and this still tells us, if anything, this system has moved a little bit further back Friday night. We saw that yesterday, but also it's starting to dip a little bit more to the south, and more cold air coming further south means more snow. And so, but the timeline still pretty similar to what I was saying yesterday. This is now Friday evening between probably 5 and 9 p.m. that we see some rainfall, light rainfall starting there in central Kansas, east central Kansas. Snow picks up in north central Missouri. But just kind of watch this whole system move through. This is now Saturday morning at 6 a.m. And it's just a mess everywhere. Kansas is still predominantly rain. Look here in Missouri, we have everything. We have some rain. We have a pretty quick transition over to freezing rain and then some snow, at least according to GFS. The one thing that stands out this morning is I don't quite see as much wraparound snow, but that may or may not be. That's going to probably pop in and out of the models as we go through. So what time does this start to push on out of here? What's the timestamp here? This is about noon on Saturday. So here's Saturday afternoon. So let's finish this up. So Saturday afternoon might have some clear and dry time, but it would be later on Saturday afternoon. And then here, look what's back. Here we'll start off with the GFS. So this is Monday at 6 a.m. I think it's just a snowy day on Monday across the region. Light to moderate bands of snow. So here we are by Monday afternoon. So this is why I was telling you, I think the first system will bypass a lot of Kansas, but it's the second one that's going to pick up some snowfall in Kansas. Then it's going to move off to the north northeast as well, and add some snow to the areas that have already received it. So let's go ahead and take a look just one more time. This is GFS's rendering. Actually, let's go back. Here is the European model just to show you that it's not so much different. We'll go ahead and back this up and see what it says about the time frame. Yeah, for this first system. So what time did we get started there? A little bit later, Friday night, 8 to 10 p.m. So not much change there. Not too much change. This pushes the snow a little bit further to the north and still winds out of here between mid-Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening on that one. So not a super significant change there. So let's go over here and talk about snow amounts first of all. And give me just 1 second to... Yeah, so here we go. Let's kind of do the first system first. I'm going to use the NBM model for this. This ensemble is my favorite for lots of reasons, but it is being a little bit more aggressive. Let me move so you can see northern Missouri, where we were talking about yesterday between 3 and 4 inches. Now the NBM is saying something around 5. So I think we can comfortably say 4 to 6 inches picking up here in north and northeast Missouri. There'll be a line that this rapidly increases up to possibly 5 inches. This is not the most aggressive model, though. I'm going to show you that in just a second. Still, as far as east central Kansas and west central Missouri are talking about, though, not so much. We're still 1/10 of an inch up until you get to central Missouri there a little bit to the north. But let me show you the Euro model. Give it just a second. So yeah, the Euro model drops in. Just 1 second. Let me put up the right. Here we go. Parameter. Euro model actually says that the bullseye sinks a little bit further to the south, so it's probably picking up on that a little bit earlier, and so it's the same picture, it's just higher amounts. So we're anywhere between 7 to 10 inches, again, for these portions of very northeast Missouri, dropping off somewhere between 3 and 5 the further you come south. Still not a real big significant change for most of west central Missouri here and east central Kansas. But let's go ahead, we'll stick with the Euro model, and we'll drop in the Monday system. Look at this. Picking up a little bit more of Kansas, So hello to you folks. So yeah, if we go through the Monday, according to the Euro, possibly an inch of snow over here in central Kansas and a little bit to the west. Pretty widespread 1 inch, says the Euro model. But look at Kansas City. This is cumulative snow between now and all the way through the Monday system, possibly 1.2 inches. So portions of west central Missouri over here, let me scoot over, possibly seeing 1 to 1.2 inches, and it goes up pretty fast as you move off to the north and the east. So all of the models are saying a similar trend, which is important to me. We'll go back to the NBM, just shaves off those numbers a little bit less, which is typical for the NBM. No big surprise there. But all the way through the Monday system, if I add everything together, NBM is actually a little bit more aggressive over here in Kansas, like 1.5 inches to 2 inches. And then over here in Missouri, it's actually scooting up further as well, possibly upwards of 6 inches. So we're going to say a widespread 4 to 6, but it is looking towards the 6+ end of that spectrum. 1 inch plus in Kansas City, I think, is possible, and at least 1 inch for big portions of central Kansas. So that is what I'm seeing for this Thanksgiving Day. I hope you guys have an awesome, awesome day. I'll catch you later.